What's up, guys? This is Jeff with WinBigPicks, and today I'll be breaking down my top 6 picks for Saturday, September 6th in college football and the MLB. Recapping yesterday, we ended up going 2-1 in the NFL, 1-2 in MLB, and then 3-1 over in VIP. If you're not in that yet, what are you waiting for? But in the Chiefs Chargers game, the guys that cashed for us, Amari Hampton, more than 11.5 rush attempts. He got this no problem late in the third. Cameron Dicker just needed to make 2 field goals. He did that before halftime. And then the one that missed for us, Patrick Mahomes, needed him to throw a pick. Came close a couple times, but did not end up doing that. And then over at MLB, the guys that hit first, Chris Sale, needed him for more than 43.5 fantasy score. He cruised in this one. He had 9 strikeouts, ended up going 6 2/3, only gave up 1 run. Just another great performance from him. And the guys that missed, David Peterson, more than 16.5 outs. He hooked us. He got taken out at 16. And then Michael Walker, under 29 fantasy score, ended up just getting over this. He wound up with 32. And then here's one of the slips that we cashed on. Betr, they had sale on a discount for strikeouts. So that was probably the freest discount I've seen on any app in a while. And I paired that up with one of the VIP picks, Pedro Lopez. Only needed them for 3.5, and he came up with 4. And before we get to today's picks, just reminding you guys that Betr is going to give you a free $10 just for signing up. You got to use our link below to do it and code WINBIGPICKS. And after you sign up on that first deposit you make, they'll match that 50% up to $200, meaning if you throw in 400, they'll give you 200. And then today only, they're giving you a Lamar Jackson free pick. He just has to throw for 1 yard. Pair that up with any, 1 pick, 2 picks, all the way up to 8 picks on Betr. You could run a slip that large. But yeah, the free $10, deposit match, and Lamar free pick, all that available over on Betr. And just a reminder, as an added bonus, if you send a screenshot of that first deposit over on Betr to the email address on the screen, we'll give you a free month of our VIP picks over on Winnable. Every pick we make gets texted right to your phone the second we post it. And just reminding you guys, the NFL and college football season pass, we got that going on over there as well. Only 14 remaining. So on to today's picks. Now we're using Outlier to break everything down here. If you want to try it out for yourself, get a free 7-day trial. There's a link down in the description to do that. Check it out. They got all the sports on there. It's pretty comprehensive what they got going on. But first up, we're taking Sawyer Robertson, more than 280.5 passing yards. I'd take this up to 300, honestly, because I think they're going to be throwing it a lot today. Last week had 419 up against Auburn. They could even see the tail end of last year. They were slinging it around a lot. But the game today, up against SMU, the total for that is 64.5 points, and the spread's only 2.5. So they're thinking both teams are going to be scoring over 30. And to score that many points, you're not going to be running the ball. You're going to be passing. If you wanted to go pass attempts with him as well, only at 36.5. He threw it for 48 last week. Who knows how much it's gonna be today? And with the line like that, to me, it's like they kind of have to set it somewhere. They really couldn't set this above 40. That'd be ridiculously high. But I still think he's gonna get there regardless with the passing yard. Next up, we're taking John Mateer. More than 1.5 pass rush rec touchdown. Get this over on Prizepicks. And I'd get on this quick because just the value in this pick alone, it could be something they bump off totally. And I'll show you why. He's the Oklahoma quarterback now. He was at Washington State last year, where, as you can see, he kind of did it all. Every game he was running for a touchdown, at least, on top of throwing for at least one more. And last week, they're up against a weaker school. He still got it done every which way possible with the touch. Tougher test today against Michigan. Michigan last week, they were having a tough time with their weak opening school opponent, New Mexico. They were having a tough time putting them away. Now up against a ranked team and two ranked teams going head to head. Tougher matchup, but I think all the scoring runs through John Mateer today, and he should hit this no problem. And up next, we're going C.J. Baxter over 11.5 rush attempts. Now he's the second string running back behind Quintravious Wisner, and they split time last week. This week they're going up against San Jose State University, weaker opponent. They're favored by about 5 touchdowns in this one. And as San Jose State University, last week they ran on 51 times. Now I don't think Texas will need to run that much on them, but I think between them getting up big and then just running out the game in the second half, Baxter being the second string, he should be able to get enough carries in this one to go more than this number. And just pause it real quick. Just to remind you guys to like, subscribe, comment, anything down below to help get the algorithm going for us. And we're teamed up with Wanna Parlay right now. If you use our link below and code WINBIGPICKS, they're offering a 100% deposit match up to $250, meaning you throw in $250, they'll give you another $250 on top. And what I like about Wanna Parlay is they're the only DFS app where you can place team picks. Which team to win, spreads, totals, first team to score, last team to score, stuff like that. So yeah, download in the description below. All right, moving on to the MLB. Taking Trevor Rogers, more than 31.5 fantasy score. And this number is just way too low for what he's done lately. As you can see, over in 9 of 10. He's striking people out. He's going innings at least 6 in every game. And he's not giving up runs either. So all that coming together to help us go over this. He should get the quality start bonus on this one too. They are going up against the Dodgers and their offense, but they've been cold as of late, only scoring 4 runs in the last 3 games. Now you can take this over on Sleeper as well. It's at 23.5 over there. Sleeper just doesn't give the quality start bonus. Quality start being going 6 innings with 3 runs or less, and they take off points for walks as well. But regardless, he's crushed that even more over there, so it should not be a problem. So yeah, Trevor Bauer over 31.5 fantasy score. And up next, we're taking Yusei Kikuchi under 35.5 fantasy score. And he's been just the opposite of Trevor. Going under in 9 of the last 10. You can take this on Prizepicks too. And you can see why this hasn't been hitting. He's just been giving up runs as of late. The strikeouts, those are down recently. And then the innings too. Like he's only going 6 or more twice in the last 10. So that won't help him get to the number to go over. And then the Athletics stats too. Athletics, they put up 9 runs last night. On the year, this 6 against lefties, middle of the pack more recently. But let's hope that power surge they had last night carries over to tonight. And last up, we're taking Rafael Devers over 6.5 fantasy points. He's over this 5 of the last 5, 8 of the last 10. And then head to head, he loves playing St. Louis because the last 2 years he's gone over this in every game. Now the Cardinals, they're starting Andre Palante. His numbers against him Small sample size, batting 333, not striking out much. But if you look at Palante's numbers recently in the last five, with the hits, he's giving up hits. He's getting shelled. He's walking dudes. All the things that would add up to a high fantasy score for Rafi on the other side. So that's why we're taking him for over 6.5. And just to show you guys a bet I've already locked in, taking the Lamar Jackson free pick. Betr, they were nice enough last night to throw the free pick to everybody, new users, existing users, and I'm pairing them up with Sawyer Robinson over 282 passing yards. Betr will do that from time to time. Just random free pick drops, discounted drops, stuff like that, on top of the discounts they're already putting out every day. One of my favorite apps to play on. And if you want to track everything we've been doing, we are over on the Pickett app. Check me out there at Carpsy151 all time from what they've been tracking, up 252 units. And just to remind you guys, if you download Pickett with our link below, use the code WINBIGPICKS and sync up one of your sports books that you've been using on there. They'll give you a free $3. Free money. That's right. Just to download the app for free. You don't got to pay anything at all. It tracks all your bets for free. And there's a chance that $3 could turn into 100. There's really nothing you can't lose. It's free money just for downloading an app, you know. So that is all I got for you guys today. A long Saturday sports action. Let's hope we green out, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.